Hello, and welcome back. Let me grab this microphone. To Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I'm once again very, very excited to be back in the hot seat. Right now, Thelia? First of all, Flower, hello to one and all who are here. If you're here watching the VOD on YouTube, why aren't you watching the live stream? Maybe you can't. It is what it is. Check down below for a timestamp to where we get into the action if you don't want all this live banter. Hello to the Crosshair, Aragwen, Flower, congrats on the sub, and Thelia, who is watching Color Out of Space, which is, of course, a Lovecraftian-inspired film and possibly was a series at some point as well. I don't know. Man, sometimes this chat doesn't want to scroll. Oh, and Requiem is here as well. Hello. What a party. It's very cool, Thelia. I just got a Lovecraftian film suggestion on the old Discord, which means, of course, if you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. I'm not sure if I'm going to suggest it for a movie night or not. I like to keep things wacky for movie nights. But very cool. Oh my god, Aragwen wants to destroy everything. Now, Aragwen, is this rage that you're feeling in the lead up to the Super Bowl? Sorry, the Superb Owl. I always mistake those two things. I'm super down for destruction. And I imagine Monterey Jack is not, but we will see where he's been at, where he's going, and how he's going to get there with a little help from his friends. Oh, just frisky on a Saturday. Oh, okay, Thelia. Yeah, Thelia, I mean, maybe wacky's the wrong word. Is there a big hole in my shirt? Oh, yeah. Perfect. I'm nothing if not a professional streamer. All right, let's get to it. Of course, as always, I'll do a little sum up of where we've been and what we might expect on today's stream. I don't know. Roleplay and storytelling, for sure. Oh. No, 2 eggs. Good. 2 eggs, good. Seems good, Crosshair. It's okay. I'm okay with those numbers. Sorry. That was weird. I think I pressed a button that I didn't know would take me to another scene. It was very odd. It's just a galaxy of some shit. That sounds like me. Okay, all right, day of winter. That means a lot of frost, eh, Flower? Gotta be careful. Welcome to The Heart of Madness, Part 1. Look. I made a mistake, okay? It happens. We'll see why, I'm sure, shortly, why The Heart of Madness is in 2 parts. We've come a long way over this Edge of the Earth campaign. Just cold rain here. Aragwen, what is the thingy that it's the start of? Ooh. Monterey Jack, as we know now from having explored this story to a certain amount, wow. Oh, no, Aragwen. No, sorry, my apologies. It is part 1 of the finale. For some reason, these are lined up in a really weird way. This was 1, and then 2, and then, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're doing 5. It's odd. Cheese man! Oh yes, I understand now perfectly. We're on the same wavelength there again. Same wavelength. Look, Monterey Jack, as we know now from the story, archaeologist extraordinaire all over the globe, has desperately needed to know what happened to his father. He needs to avenge him, perhaps, or at least get to the bottom of the mystery. His research sent him to Professor William Dyer and his student Danforth, who returned from Antarctica and the Mountains of Madness, the city of the Elder Things. He cashed in some loans with the underworld. He cashed in some favors with the university, and off they set on this expedition. This expedition surrounded by ice and death. That's for you, Flower. And doom. Oh, hi, Super Dylan. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you. And Reading is here too. Grapefruit is a superior fruit. Now, Reading, I'm willing to be persuaded, because grapefruit is one of my least favorite fruits. I have a aversion to things that are sour. I really don't like them. Many people are like, oh, here you go, my favorite, sour candy. I'm like, absolutely not. No, thank you. I'm essentially one of the only people I know who doesn't like sour candy. That's a good point, Flower. Hello to you, Super Deal. Lovely friend, oh, please. Please, I'm blushing. Please, I'm married to the Eldritch Unknown. I don't know. How you doing? What's up? Saturday Eve afternoon, wherever you are, doesn't matter. Oh my God, Requiem. I can't do it. I did once, and I'm willing to say this on stream, I did once at the invitation of a friend partake in those strange, oh God, it's like oh my God, I'm not going to describe this very well. There's a berry, or I mean it's essentially a candy, but it's a berry that you can get that coats your tongue in a certain way, such as to suppress some taste buds and heighten others. Once you take them, and it is weird, it's like a drug, you can't get this here in Canada. It's not a drug, it does alter the taste of things. It specifically makes sour things very sweet in a way that is unnatural. So we were all just like slamming lemon wedges and sour candies. It was wild. Good time. Oh, super Dylan. Very productive Saturday, and now chilling to watch the stream. Awesome. Super Dylan, I know you know this, but this stream is, what I do on Saturdays here is all about the roleplay and all about the storytelling. I know I'm playing a card game and I know there's strategy involved, but I'm trying my best to make decisions based on how would this person try to get through these obstacles and through this situation. Sort of a solo RPG in a way. And my thought to you then, perfection. Well then, my questions for you then are, well, one question and one sort of, suggestion. My question is, has this productive Saturday been in the pursuit of creative new projects? Or perhaps editing the Atomless? And my suggestion would be, if anything jumps out to you as like, oh yeah, this archaeologist guy, he would definitely do that. Just shout it out. Just shout it out. Oh, yes, that's right, Flower. No, Super Dylan knows. We're on the same page. It's all good. Okay, done enough talking. Where are we at? Monterey Jack, you came to Antarctica for all the reasons I mentioned. The expedition has been absolutely horrifically doomed. People have died, but they've made it down to the city under the city of the Elder Things, where this species of aliens, Elder Things, was guarding something bigger. We don't know what it is. Jack recently went into some sort of strange dream world mirage thing, and he's come to realize that whatever fog or miasma or whatever is here under the ice in Antarctica, it's tapping into their collective unconscious. What is this? He needs to know. I'm going to read your response now. Just launched the trailer for a new Atomless miniseries. Folks, I am embarrassingly behind/uneducated on the topic of the Atomless, but this is a role-playing game stream and podcast. Take a look, check it out. I really am going to recommend it because I know it involves a bunch of fucking awesome people, pardon my French. I just get really excited. I need to watch this trailer now, Super Dylan, because I want to know what you mean by a miniseries. Very cool. I'm somewhat of an RPG writer myself. So cool. Oh, love it. Excellent. Oh my God. Okay. I'm so jazzed. Okay, just keep it coming. Keep it coming while I do the thing where we do the intro. What happened in this strange mirage? Oh, that's right. We had some of our friends confront their demons and now they're stronger. Good. Let's get to it. I want to get to the scenario so we can get into it and figure it out. I spent some XP. Who cares? I spent 5 XP. We'll see if it comes up. Oh, my phone wants to, my phone interpreted as oops. As well it should, but I don't want you listening to me. Delia, I get it. I absolutely understand. I've seen those t-shirts, Delia. I know what your mouth can do. Oh, God, I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Scenario 4. Sweet cheese. Scenario 4, the Heart of Madness. As you read the scenario introduction, check the campaign log, read any passage that corresponds to your situation. Fine. The next day, you plumb deeper into the caverns and pits beneath the icy crust of Antarctica. You pass under great archways of obsidian and primordial slate, through ornately carven corridors and enormous many-pillared halls, down into unknowable and unfathomable depths. Nailed it. If Dr. Amy Kensler is alive, whoops, otherwise, she was torn apart by a horrible beast. Step by step, you and the survivors trek further down the incline. The mood of the party is grim and hopeless. You feel as though there is no coming back from this place. You will likely meet your end here. The weight of this burdensome thought makes each of your steps heavy. Each investigator suffers a physical trauma. It is what it is. That would be pretty brutal, Flower. And actually, it's a good point, Flower. I feel like you could technically accumulate enough trauma that you get this trauma, and you're like, oh, well then. And then you'd have to choose a new investigator, like, now, which would be the worst. Oh, God. If the investigators scouted the forked passage, that does not sound like something we did. No. What did we do in the... Oh, man. In the interlude, I think we talked to... Oh, shoot. I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember what we did here. I feel like we talked to Avery. Oh, God. We talked to William Dyer? I don't remember what we did. What the heck did we do last time? Did we do the interlude? We must have. Oh, it was ages ago, because it was before Fatal Mirage. Yeah. Okay. So we didn't. Okay. Well, otherwise, eventually you come to a fork in the cavern. To your left, the tunnel forks into a smaller icy path with a steeper and more dangerous incline. To your right, the ramp simply continues onward without much change. With no other information to go off, you choose the larger of the two paths. It continues to fork along the way, taking you down a circuitous, lengthy route. You end up deeper within the caverns, though you're no longer sure how to get back. Dekalili-ali? We suffer no ill effects. Huzzah! Hours pass. Eventually, the passage seems to open into a larger corridor of worked stone, with one final archway marking the end of a titanic ramp that you've been descending. 5 unfamiliar glyphs adorn the archway, their meaning incomprehensible. The path on the other side seems more like a vast underground subway tunnel than a natural cavern formation, all smooth, angular stone punctuated by alien markings and covered faintly in putrid, multicolored ichor. If Danforth is alive. Son of a... Otherwise... Yeah, agreed, reading. As you cross under the final archway, you begin to question the truth of this place. You thought it to be a natural cavern at first, but now it is clear the Elder Things, or some other primeval alien force, had a hand in its design. Are you going about this all wrong? Perhaps they are not the ones cast from afar, intruders upon your home. Perhaps Antarctica, indeed the Earth, was never meant for you or any of your kind. The truth of humanity's insignificance rattles you to your core. The investigators suffer 1 mental trauma. Perfect. Okay. I mean, that kind of sucks, but I think we'll see. If miasmic crystal is recovered under supplies recovered, pew pew. Oh, it's listed. Yeah. Your backpack begins to glow once you enter Your backpack begins to glow once you enter this region of worked carven stone. In a panic, you toss the pack off your shoulder and back away from it. Once a minute has passed without any change, you approach it and carefully open it to reveal the strange, otherworldly crystal you discovered shortly after the plane crash. It seems to be responding to this place, a bright glow and a droning hum emanating from within. It doesn't seem to be dangerous, so you tie the crystal around your waist and use its light to guide you onward. We suffer no ill effects. Okay, Aragwen, big heart. Enjoy doing what you're doing. And I hope tomorrow is a lot of fun, Aragwen. I know you are doing the sports thing tomorrow, so enjoy. And I'll try to break something for you. Hopefully not my computer. Very true, Crosshair. Well, Crosshair, you like items, and items go in a backpack. Okay, perfect, Cthulhu. I hope you enjoy your board game evening, and fingers crossed it is still going when you're able to get back. Here we go. Okay, so far we've suffered heavy burdens of desperation, and thanks, Flower. And we've suffered the desperation of knowing the universe is far more infinite than we can ever perceive. Good. Excellent work. Finally, at the end of this vast chamber, you come to a nexus within the dormant structure. A sealed gateway of immense size, emblazoned with the same 5 glyphs, along with a series of interlocking mechanisms. Is the music still playing? Hello? Oh, it is. It's just very low. Okay, we're good. Channels and grooves mark a path from the door's surface back to each of the 5 glyphs. Beyond the gate, just trying to refresh the... Hello, Saren! Hi, welcome to Doomed. Just trying to refresh the chat. It's not being very nice. And Agatha Skulls is here! Same moment to come in? Coincidence? Welcome to Doomed. I'll do a little quick catch-up after I've done the intro here for today's scenario, The Heart of Madness, Part 1. And then next week will, of course, be The Heart of Madness, Part 2, Heartier, Madnessier. Beyond the gate, you hear a familiar churning, the bubbling and frothing of miasma, and the seething of hateful mist. It's beyond this door, one of your party says, and you cannot help but agree. You can feel its presence, or rather you felt its presence all along ever since you set foot on Antarctica, but only now its call is impossible to ignore. It whispers faintly to you. Along the surface of your mind, visions play out. Your wildest dreams and most joyful moments, your darkest desires and hardest struggles. It is a mirage. The mirage. Sealed behind this door, likely for eons upon end, watched over, or perhaps even harnessed by those who came before you. But it is escaping, bit by bit. The creatures you have encountered and fought are evidence enough of that. The Elder Things know it is breaking free too. They built this place, and now it is abandoned. The investigators must decide. Stay here and study the Great Door to learn more. You will play both parts of the scenario. There is no time to waste. Pass through the gate. Now, Jack is a jump in and get things done kind of dude, but I'm not going to turn down another scenario. So I think his learning in this place, his dedication to study, has caused him to understand that with the loss of Dr. Amy Kensler and the loss of Danforth and the almost loss of Professor Dyer, he's in a way one of the most educated people here. They need to study this place. If there's some way of locking it from here, then that would be the best thing to do. Yeah, basically, Crosshair. It's a good question, Flower. I don't know. I mean, now I'm glad they didn't because, you know, they have to seal the miasma back inside or else it'll get out and, I don't know, do something to humanity. You decide to study the doorway and the many paths that diverge from this vast tunnel in the hope that you can discover a way to stop the entity on the other side from escaping. Exactly. You believe that the technology used to seal this door is somehow related to these 5 glyphs. Perhaps if you explore the surrounding area, you can find the missing pieces. Saren is correct. We started by arriving here, and then there was some, stormy stuff with some sort of beast within, and then the plane crashed, so it was kind of hard to get back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so to catch people up on the story so far, essentially, Monterey Jack the Archaeologist... I'm just going to do this again really quick. Monterey Jack the Archaeologist has traveled the world over, searching for treasure and stories and learning and artifacts to sell on the black market. But he's now on a different quest. He's on the quest to find out what happened to his father. His father, who was brutally murdered, a sigil inscribed in his head. He's come to understand that this sigil is from Antarctica because it was reported being engraved on various stones by Professor William Dyer and his student Danforth. He convinces Danforth and Dyer to set back out on a new expedition to Antarctica to take him. He took out some loans from the various underworld markets in Arkham. He, sold his soul, as it were. But they got it. They made it. They arrived. Their plane immediately crashed. They were surrounded by strange beasts, massive horrors. They've lost several of their important people along the way, but they made it up the mountains, through the city of the Elder Things, and now they are here in the pits, the heart of madness. Each investigator may choose one available member of the team. Put them into play, blah, blah, blah. If there's a check mark next to their name, we use the Resolute version, which I've already put over here. So there's a doctor, there's Dyer. Dyer's pretty hurt, so I don't like that so much. There's Cookie, Elia, Rolled, and Avery. Now, Avery and Elia both got... they both... hang on. Popar Jack. Very, very good. Very good, Saren. Dyer and Claypool and Elia have confronted their demons. So I'm kind of looking at them. Elia gives me a free trigger evade with some secrets. With a move. I honestly kind of like that. It's just that it's a free trigger now, which is quite nice. Avery says when you reveal a frost token, exhaust Avery Claypool to cancel it, and then you either have to reveal a new one or spend a supply. He's the guide. I don't think a guide is going to be very helpful here. I think I want the dog handler. Isn't that wild? Yeah, exactly, Flower. Well, Elia's a 4/4, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Come here, doggo man. Doggo man. Elia, the dog handler. All right. Scenario setup. Oh, right. So the setup, I think there's just a button that'll set it up for me. Let's find out. Pow! Oh, damn it. It tried to do something, but it didn't work. Put the Gate of Iqua into play. That's where I am. Fine. Shuffle 15 ancient facility locations together. Put them into play in a pattern matching the map on page 52. Help. They're organized into 5 spokes that branch out from the gate and 3 rings. Let's have a look at this map. Oh, fuck me sideways. All right, here we go. We're making a star, baby. Whoa. Oh, this isn't gonna. I'm gonna have to make them much closer together, I think. Yeah, here, let's do this. Whoop. There we go. We're gonna try to make them kind of like as close to even as possible here. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of, it's pentagrammy. It's working. Pentajammy, more like. What is he on about? There we go. A nice, fun star. Oh, that's nice, Igatha. Oh, I see what you mean. Ah, well, okay, you know what? Hell, let's try it, Igatha. And thanks. You must have experience with this game. Or a very happy man. Oh, God, Crosshair. All right, here, let's try it. Hup. I'll put them there, and I will go set up. Even your mini card. And the gate, I guess. I know, there's all sorts of shit. Oh, I was wondering, Crosshair. Nah. They weren't found. Oh, well. I mean, I'm just going to do it manually, right? Yeah. Oh, sigh. They popped out of the box, and then there's this setup thing. It doesn't matter. They just need to be randomized. Guys, trust me. It's fine. Although I do appreciate it, Agatha. I find sometimes it's probably the way I'm using the mod, but I do find sometimes it's not always these sorts of things don't always work, like the little setup buttons. They're usually pretty good. I must have just moved something to the wrong place and then it didn't want to work. He does look kind of happy, doesn't he, Crosshair? All right. Okay. So set up, blah, 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 set some stuff outside. Okay, let's see what it says here. Ancient facility locations. They exist in multiple encounter sets. Okay. They have no encounter set icon. That's fine. Seals. This scenario introduces 5 seal tokens that represent important technological artifacts that are needed to contain the madness within the Gate of Iqua. Each seal has its own token. Each of them has a dormant side and an activated side. The activated side is glowing. Makes sense. Investigators will be instructed when to put seals into play, whether they're dormant or activated. They don't do anything in the game itself. Investigators must discover how to take control of, activate, and utilize these seals to put an end to the madness. When you take control of a seal, you put it on your card. If you're eliminated, they are removed from the game. They're lost forever. As an action ability, I can give a seal to another investigator, but arf, there are none. There you go. Locations are arranged in a pattern of spokes and rings. There are 3 rings with 5 locations on each ring, and 5 spokes, or lines, with 3 locations on each spoke, or line. Each location is connected to the locations next to it on its spoke, as well as it's on its ring. And I think that means like this. So, you can proceed out in any of these spokes or lines, but you can also proceed clockwise or counterclockwise in the rings. So it's making this massive kind of circular dome structure. There's a lot of connections and a lot of ways to get where you need to go. Elia helps me move, so I think that's going to be nice. Okay, that's it for setup. A triple layer rotund. Agenda 1A, the beating heart. 5 darkened paths lead away from the gateway, through icy caverns and down vaulted corridors of smooth black stone. Quiet dread fills the ancient dormant structure. Forced. Okay. If 2 or more activated seals are controlled by investigators at the same location, the latent energy stored within the seals fuses together, and the ensuing chain reaction sets off an electrostatic detonation that destroys all life on Earth. Resolution 3. Now, that's a resolution. It's not just like, oh, don't cross the streams. It's like, no, if you cross the streams, everybody dies. It destroys all life on Earth. Oh my god. Woo! Okay, so what destroys all life on Earth? Hang on. If 2 or more active seals are controlled by investigators at the same location. Okay, so no 2 active seals at the same location. Someone help me remember that. Act 1A, Dormancy. You have decided to explore the rest of this antediluvian complex in order to find the devices that fit this strange doorway. If an activated seal is placed on the Gate of Iqua, advance. I love it, reading. Don't cross the streams. Boom! Yes, that's the hope, Flower. And also, I think this is presumably more for multiplayer, where there might be 2 people running around being like, oh, I got one, and then you go, I got one, and then you touch them together and everything explodes. If an activated seal is placed on the Gate of Iqua, advance. Sounds good. What do we got for tokens? -1, -3 if there's an Ancient 1 enemy. Okay, -1 if there's a seal, or if your location is a mist pylon. Treat it as a frost token. Okay, -3 if you fail to draw the top card of the Tekalili deck. -4 if you fail by 3 or more, place a doom. And it can cause the current agenda to advance. Yucky ducky. Don't mist. All right, hang on. Do I have any Elder things in the bag? No, I have 1 tablet, 2 skulls, and 2 cultists. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So, then, in that case, we are here at the Gate of Iqua, the primordial seal. 1 shroud, 1 clue. Action. Oh, for sure, Saren. No, for like 100%. They know what they're doing. Action, place an activated seal you control on the Gate of Iqua. Action, resign. You retreat, hoping you've done enough to seal away whatever lies beyond the gate. If you control 1 or more seals, you retain control of them. Cool. 1 shroud, 1 clue. That's nice. We'll get a clue. We'll see what it does. I don't know what they're for. Always good to have clues. Always good to know what you're doing. Hey, everyone. Jack has found his way down to this massive door a gate that leads to something beyond, something that needs to be sealed away. And in classic Monterey Jack fashion, he's gonna go tomb raiding, or temple raiding, or whatever you want to call it, in order to figure out how they can do this. So who knows? We've got Elia, and that's it. Oh, I have 2 damage and 2 horror. Let's draw our opening hand. Let's get doomed. Oh, that is, whoop, a buried secrets. That's a weakness. I don't want to keep that. That's the gateway to Acheron, i.e. the tome that lets him travel through the underworld to other places along the ley lines of the earth. Pretty sweet. I actually quite like quick thinking in the beginning of the game. He's gonna craft it. I don't think I'm gonna need backstab or slip away, so I'm gonna do that. That is quite nice, because when the game begins, I get to put Death 13 into play. Now, as we discussed before, this is Jack's sort of meditation on... What's that from? I Am Jack's... It's from Fight Club, right? I Am Jack's... Fuck, can't remember the line. It's fine. Someone in chat's going to come up with it for me in like 2 seconds. I Am Jack's sense of... Balls. Yeah. This is Jack's meditation on the death he's seen, and how death is perhaps not just an end, perhaps a new beginning, perhaps the people who die here will go on to become part of this miasma. That sounds about right, Crosshair. We get +1 intellect, and I'll take it, so to speak. Oh yeah, baby, this is nice. And you know what? I'm gonna say F it to the deal that you have to make. What's the deal? The offer you can't refuse? Because I'm gonna go wild this first turn, and hopefully I don't draw it right away. We're bringing out Dr. Milan Christopher, baby. That's what I like to hear. Boom! +1 intellect. Dr. Milan, the entomologist, I think I called him an eschatologist last time. The entomologist is here and nods to Jack. What? That's an intervention? Dr. Milan nods to Jack and sort of asks him to like lead the way as they look down the various... Oh, it really is reading. Now here's a fun fact reading. There's a quote 0 as well. Explain! I will not. Thank you as well, Flower. I will put 3 secrets on Dogman. Woo! Obviously, there's some growling and whimpering from the various dogs that are... Sorry. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. I got something else you can liquidate. Like, what does it mean? Good Lord, these quotes. There's growling and whimpering from Elia's dogs, sled dogs. They don't like being underground for so long, but perhaps they'll be able to, I don't know, sniff out any distinguishing characteristics in the air, any sort of change from one chamber to the next. Perhaps these places of power will have something else in it. Who knows? So, action 1, Dr. Milan Christopher. Action 2, let's investigate here. We'll get a clue. I don't know why we need them, but we're going to try. 6 to 1. -1. I'll exhaust him to get a resource, and I'll get a clue. And then, of course, we're going to move. Actually, I could even Eon chart, but I shouldn't. I should save that. Crosshair says to go left, so we go up and to the left. Other apertures were undoubtedly connected with bygone mechanical facilities, heating, lighting, and the like, of the sort suggested in many of the carvings. Look at this art, by the way. Look how massive this complex is. Ceilings tended to be plain, but had sometimes been inlaid with green soapstone or other tiles, mostly fallen now. Subnautical sprawl. Stepping through the passage to the northwest. Oh, hi, Max. Are you here to cause chaos? I bet you are. Heading up the passage to the northwest it dips down ever so slightly and then opens up into a beautiful vista. Somehow the walls here are created with a glass thick enough and strong enough, much like perhaps a submarine's viewing port. Jack's never been on a submarine before, so he wouldn't know. But, hey, don't you talk to my son that way. Come here, Max. Okay. I'm just kidding, Crosshair. But Jack and his companions are treated to a magnificent view of the bottom of what must be some of the water underneath the ice shelf in Antarctica. A perfect, pristine blue, cold, dark, and absolutely barren. 2 Shroud, 2 clues. Treat the modifier of the first frost token revealed during each skill test at Subnautical Sprawl as -3 instead of -1. Well, that's not very nice, but it's cold here. We're just going to move on. Maybe we'll get these clues. Who knows? That's my turn. At the end of my turn, I will gain a resource from my ability, because I moved once, and I will upkeep into Green Soapstone, the Jinxed Idol. Naturally, the resource that is being used to make some of the ceiling tiles here resonates with the idol that Jack has. This is the item that allows you to, the asset item. Oh, there it is. I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. I am Jack's inflamed sense of rejection. Love it, Saren. It really does, Crosshair. This is the one that allows you to deal extra damage. Okay, upkept, and we go to 1 out of 5 Doom already. Let me draw an encounter card. Jack, along with Elia, some dogs, Dr. Chris, Dr. Milan, a number of other people, peer out into the darkness beyond, gazing at the ceiling above. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if you can all see it on the art. There's a shape just above the sort of ceiling that could be a squid or a beast. Pretty sweet. They're willing the ceiling to not collapse in, but it stood for so many thousands of years. Surely it wouldn't collapse now. Electrostatic discharge. Surge. Each investigator at the same location as a seal takes a horror and a damage if that seal is activated. Crosshair, I agree. So nothing happens, but they can hear the thrumming of energy throughout the facility. Nebulous miasma. Attached to your location, when you end your turn at attached location, each card you control with Sanity takes a direct horror. There's a bubbling, hissing sound all too familiar to them as... yes, Flower, thank you. Yeah, Surge is a keyword which FFG uses in some of its card games, like this and Marvel Champions and probably The Lord of the Rings, when that was a trading card game. Yes, it simply means... draw another encounter card from the encounter deck. They can hear the bubbling and hissing of that strange fog as it creeps up behind them, and Jack kind of, seeing other venues to pursue, decides that discretion is the better part of valor, and perhaps they should just get out of here. We go around to our turn. It would be quite nice to put down the Eon chart so early, because maybe I'll get the twine out. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it down. Jack consults his... one of his many maps. He's an archaeologist. He's not a surveyor, but, he's someone who maps out the interior of ancient temples, civilizations. Maps are incredibly valuable to him. The archive of conduits, of course, the, laying out of the ley lines of the region. This chart, which perhaps came down to him from the ages. It allows me to fast, do 2 of the following 3 things. Move, invade, or investigate. So I will move, and hopefully investigate at this new location. Pow! Geothermal vent. If you control the bleh seal, it looks like a C with a dot. Test Combat 3. If you succeed, investigators at Geothermal Vent spend 1 clue as a group to activate that seal. Then, remove a frost token from the Chaos bag. We like that. However, I'm in the midst of investigating. Thank you very much. So we're going to do that. Jack tries to get away from the miasma coming through, and they end up the sprawl under the ocean takes them back into the earth, and they find themselves deep within a passage, heated naturally by the vent. Looks kind of fiery. We're going to come up with good names as we discover more of them, Crosshair, but we'll call this one Fire for now, and then maybe we'll move on from there. The vent stretches upwards back to the surface, but down here it is still warm. Boo! Hiss! Flower will get you. I'm 6-4. I'm not going to put in quick thinking. I'm just going to take this investigate action freely because of Eon Chart. Oh! I can't hide from the winter here, Flower of August. That's a -1. Draw another token. -2. So, I fail the investigation. Winter. Winter has come. Winter has come. We must go through the mines. Jack places a hand on one of the rock walls, feels the warmth from the center of the earth, makes the connection that the elder things, this ancient alien species, must have been harnessing the power of the heat of the earth to heat the whole facility, but is at a loss for what to do next. I need clues, but I also just need to move, right? Because I think, yeah, getting more moves is good for Jack, and we're going to open up more locations to find out where to go next. The Undercity Altar. Oh my... Oh, don't wake the Balrog. Thelia's wakened the Balrog before. Am I right, Thelia? Look, I just have to get to my final exams. Ugh. Forced. After the Undercity Altar is revealed, place the dormant bubbly mug seal on it. That's a mug with some bubbles coming out of it, for sure. All right, let's go find these seals, shall we? Bubbly mug. Bubbly mug. Fire, you fools. At the end of the vent, passing by the vent and continuing up now slightly, the rock steps become smoother and smoother and more polished and more polished, until eventually they lead to a singular altar on which is placed a magnificent artifact, a seal. Now, Jack doesn't know the science behind this, but he certainly understands an object of power when he sees one. Good for you, Thelia. I would have thought you'd be all about digging deep. Sorry, this isn't a Tuesday stream, so we're not allowed to be filthy here. Action test will 2 to break the ancient ward. If you succeed, you may spend a clue as a group to take control of the seal. And then I would have to go and find out. Arf, arf. I think so. Oh my god, Crosshair. I could call them various cheeses. Alright, well, this is... That one was referring to a C, so that has to be, I guess, cheddar. And then I don't know what this is. This is, I guess, a D, so we'd have to refer to it as... Yeah, no, I bet. Am I going to pass a Will 2 test? No, right? Like, there's just no way. Maybe with some Davenport sounds like a cheese. Yes, carve me up a brick of that brie, and bring along some Davenport, will you? I'm never going to pass a Will 2 test. It'd be so foolish to even try. Oh, Paradis. Paradis nuts! Sorry, I beat you to it. I beat you to it. Now, Flower's got the right idea. I like this. We could name them after... Yes. Sorry, gross. I didn't get it before. I was like, oh, that must be a Finnish kind of cheese. Oh, that must be a kind of cheese they harvest in Finland. Oh. I now know the full import and meaning of a seal, and allusions to letters and scrolls. However, when I read the Book of Revelations at 7, I was frickin' missing the point. with the 7 seals. Arf, arf. Okay, well, who's been killed? We've had 3 dead people so far, right? Danforth, Kensler, and Hiroko. So I guess we'll name them after the people visiting. Thank you, reading. I just saw like Revelations, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely reading it dramatically, and then it was a fool's errand. I'm not busting a willpower 2 test. It's just not going to happen. So we will turn left, and we will travel here as a last action, knowing that I can go back. But I could do that too, Crosshair. That's a good point. Last action move to the vaulted corridor. What do I want to say here? It says to break the ancient ward. There's clearly some sort of protective incantation on the seal at the altar. Something that Jack wants to mess with, but he's on a reconnaissance mission, right? This is a fact-finding venture. Don't seals ort? Arf arf. Yeah, I would say or. Oh no, I guess or. I would put an F on it though, yeah, so to speak. So instead, he ventures southward and finds himself in a large corridor, a hallway like many of the others, but this one massive vaulted ceilings. Perhaps this was a place of celebration or worship. Free trigger, choose another vaulted corridor and test agility X. X is the number of locations away. That one is from this one. If you succeed, move. A free trigger agility test to move possibly across a big map is going to be really good for Jack. And we'll try to get this clue next turn. It feels pretty good. So I definitely started my turn 2 or more locations away, so I will draw a card and gain a resource. And then I will upkeep into the collected works of Poe. Yeah, who needs them ley lines? Now this has a willpower and a wild icon. Oh, spare parts also has 2 willpower and a wild? Guys, we're going to break that seal. Oh, baby. We're going to get ourselves a seal. Aragorn will be so proud. We go to 2 out of 5 Doom. Jack looking up to where the ceiling must be. As we... Oh, sorry, I should have... Perilous Miasma gets discarded. And we draw this thing again. Glimpse the Unspeakable. Draw the top card of the Tekalili deck and resolve its effects. Flower, all you. Shuffle it into any investigator's deck instead of placing it on the bottom. If none is drawn, then it gains surge. Looking up into the vaulted ceilings, suddenly, far away, the sensation of an eye opening. They are being watched. I am drawing, resolving, and then I'm placing it, I'm shuffling it into my deck. What does this do? Discard a card at random from your hand. And then instead of shuffling it into the Tekalili deck, we put it into my deck. What did I lose? The Soapstone. That sucks. Oh, I'll be all right. Don't worry, everyone. Bastards. Jack cries out in fear. The soapstone clattering to the ground out of his backpack and shattering on the ground. Perhaps he will never see it again. Now, here's what I want to do. I really want to take this Undercity Altar test because I think it's doable now that I have these cards in hand. So we try to get this clue first. No. Even better. We investigate and move with Eon Chart for free. That's what we do. So we're investigating here at the vaulted corridor, 6 to 3. What? What is it, Flower? What did I do? Um, 6 to 3. We're going to investigate here. Jack dropped the soapstone out of fright and now is going to try to make his way back, thinking at least they should try to... He's changed his mind. Perhaps they should try to break the... what is it? Some sort of ward? Oh, it was a clean lost. Oh. That's good, Saren. I quite liked that, actually, because it's soap. All right, here we go, 6-3. Just test it. Whoa, geez, sorry. It was a frost and a cultist. I didn't mean to click it twice, but I did. So the first one was a frost token, -1. Reveal another token. Cultist, -1. If there's a seal at your location, or if you're on a mist pylon. I'm not. So I succeed. Exhaust this guy to take a resource. Yeah, you gotta be careful, Thelia. And then a free trigger move. So we're still on our first action, which is pretty sweet. And now we're gonna return. So, what are we doing here? Jack races back out of the corridor. Something about that strange vision of the eye watching him from the ceiling has, caused him to realize this may be a fact-finding mission, but they have to bring something back. It would appear that whatever this artifact is, this massive stone seal, it would appear that it has some sort of purpose at the gate. There were 5 places for seals to be placed, and this seems like it would fit there. But if they're meant to be powering the gate, why are they not in the gate now? Why are they, here in a random altar? So first real action, I'm going to try to break the ancient ward. It's a will 2 test. I have 1 willpower, which is kind of shitty, but I'm going to commit a bunch of crap to it. Spare parts takes me to 4. It's pretty good, but we can do better. Poe takes me to 6. 6 to 2. Okay, Flower. I know you like the cold. I know you like the frost, but buddy, you gotta. This is the Danforth seal. I like it. You need the willpower, right? I just need you to chill out with this stuff, okay? Good. Skull is -1. Success. We may spend a clue to take control of the seal. And I will put it on me. Whoop. Jack ventures up to the altar. There is a strange mist surrounding it. He reaches into his his coat, and withdraws the gateway to Acheron, the tome. He's recorded a few words in there, sort of sigils and things that he's seen inscribed around the facility, and specifically there were words above the Gate of Iqua. As he recites them, the ward seems to phase and fizzle, and it vanishes. It seemed to be quite weak. Perhaps it was being powered by whatever's powering the facility, which is starting to fail. Yeah, let's look at that wording again, Crosshair, shall we? If 2 or more activated seals are controlled by investigators at the same location. Great. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, well, we have a seal, but it's not activated, and I don't know what to do with it. So let's continue. Let's continue to move. Whee! Let's go up here. I don't know what any of these things do. I'm pretty jazzed. Protoplasmic pool. Well, that's awful. This is a 4-shroud, 1-clue location. It says action if you control the U seal. Oh yeah, so we got Danforth's seal. Oh, that makes sense, right? We committed Danforth's work of Poe. In addition to the whispering the few words from the Gate of Iqua. Yeah, seriously, Flower. In addition to whispering the words emblazoned on the Gate of Iqua, Jack took a note from Danforth's collected works of Poe, something that seemed to refer to one of his tales, The Mask of Red Death, but written... It's strange. It was written in English, but the words had no meaning. But there was an arrow drawn next to it, pointed into the Mask of Red Death, and it seemed to refer to an altar, a ward, a protective passage. Danforth's memory earns Jack the seal, and we will call it henceforth Danforth's seal. The protoplasmic pool. Here we go, sorry. It's 4-shroud, 1 clue. It says if you control the U seal, test agility 3. If you succeed, spend a clue to activate it, and then deal 2 damage to each enemy in play. Wow. Damn. doing something horrible. I love this art too. The idea that there's like a beast there and you're just like, you open a light or whatever. That's very Poe as well, right? That's very Telltale Heart. I don't control that seal, so I may as well continue. Yeah, I may as well just continue, right? I don't have anything to do here. Oh my god. You know what I want to do? I'm going to be really silly, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. Last action, I'm going to play the Archive of Conduits. Whoops. Now, it's only silly in the sense that... Aw, boo. No, I'm just kidding, Saren. Saren, your puns are keeping me sane. And given that I only have 4 sanity left, I think that's pretty good. Jack's gonna bring out, we're gonna bring out the Archive of Conduits. That's a good point, Flower. Damn, I missed a golden opportunity there to give one of them an accent. Okay, the Archive of Conduits is here. Well, exactly, Crosshair. That's what I'm not hoping for it, obviously, but I'm thinking it might be kind of fun. Jack withdraws the archive, the tome, from his bag, and once again, like he realized in that mirage, the ley lines here in Antarctica, the meteorological map created by Avery Claypool, inscribed on that stone, the paths of power within this place itself, they all lead back to the same source, the Nexus, the Gate of Iqua. You can use this to navigate the facility. Reading, loves fish. It's like a school I never got admitted to. A point. I like that too. Oh, you lucky ducks, you. Oh, good times. Punt you out of here. You could punt, Flower. Haven't you been a gondolier in Venice before? You punt on the Thames. Scott, get it together. People are relying on you for entertainment, man. Sorry, I look into the webcam when I'm talking to myself. Floundering. Boo. Okay. Where did I start this turn? I started it at the vaulted corridor. I've moved at least twice. I'm drawing a card and gaining a resource. Pow! Then it's upkeep. I draw a card and I gain a resource again. Pachow! Sounds good. We come around to the mythos phase. Jack is staring down into a pool of, well, for lack of a better scientific term, goop. But it seems to be moving. Something is alive down there. I would have also accepted, well, I'm sure yeah. Carpy. Yeah, we're all on the same page. We go to 3 out of 5 Doom. Jack is slowly backing out of the room, thinking, where else in this facility could they go? What else must they do? Ancient fucking evils, man. See, if I set up the encounter deck, I'd at least know it was in here. Oh, man. Dark forces stir against you. If you do not act quickly, a sinister plot will be fulfilled. Well, there's a round gone. Place a Doom on the current agenda. Done. The pool of protoplasm. Max, are you? No, okay. All the cats are in here with me, because they know that I should be feeding them. But I'm not going to. Do you think I can trick them? You know, actually, it's about time for a break anyway. That Ancient Evils really pissed me off. I'm just kidding. We're going to take a quick break. Hey! Now, Saren, that is... I give that Scott Humphrey seal of approval. Pow! Those other investigators? Dagon. Man, I miss Dagon. I don't miss Dagon. I miss Silas. I miss Silas Marsh. He was cool. Yes, let's refill our drinks. I'm going to trick the cats into leaving the room. And we're going to be right back here for more seal-activating goodness. Oof, on Doomed. I left you with no music? What a terrible stream host I am! Hello! Welcome back to Doomed? To Doomed. Whoa, God, what the heck is this? What's nice to look at? Yeah, that'll be good. Welcome back to Doomed! Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Monterey Jack exploring the heart of darkness, the strange facility at the heart of Antarctica, hoping to find and activate seals of great power before it is too late, before the miasma escapes. Yes, back indeed. Welcome back. Happy to have you all back. Oh, right, Ancient Evils. How could I forget? My apologies, I'm just going to check this message really quickly here. I'm getting lots of messages. My apologies. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Lovely. Good. Jack is the type of guy who doesn't really know how to fight. He's learned some tricks and calls him stuff like the Alabama Slam. So, Crosshair, I do want to say this because I think you'll appreciate this. After this campaign is concluded, which theoretically is this session and one more, then, as you are aware, we will be returning to Twoomed. Duo-doomed. Double-doomed. Doomed with 2 investigators. Which will be, I'm not quite sure what that journey's going to be exactly yet, but we'll have to figure it out. However, after that, well, here's the thing, Crosshair, it doesn't have to be right away. It could be after my next solo campaign as well, but we'll figure it out. Because, here's the thing, my next solo campaign, be it in a few weeks or in a few months, is a globe-trotting conspiracy adventure. So things like the Nepal neck break and the Alabama Slam, like that sounds to me exactly like the kind of thing that we're going to see in that campaign. I am so jazzed. What about the last one? What was the last one? Oh, I'm not going to say it, Crosshair. That's why. No, I can't. You son of a gun. Look, I only have one question for you, Crosshair, and it's, can you hold? That's on it. Like, see, here's the thing, Crosshair. I have to give you a shout out and props because that's absolutely wild. I didn't even clock it. And I said clock with an L. Oh, all this admiration. Well, that's nice. Dark forces stir against us from the protoplasmic pool. Let's go. Come on, Jackie Poo. We have a seal. We don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Quick, stick down Ariadne's twine. What does this do? Ariadne's twine is... Oh, of course, yes. This is the twine that was unwound to, you know, make sure that Theseus could get out of the labyrinth after killing the Minotaur. This is an ancient ritual to connect one's inner, like, spiritual power with the power required to, you know, activate certain relics. Good. No, I know, Crosshair. You don't have to worry about that. It's all good. Exhaust Ariadne's twine, move a secret from an asset you control to your resource pool, or vice versa. So I could take resources off Alaya, I could take resources off of Eon Chart, or I could put resources on Eon Chart. Because you know what? I don't care about money. So many ways this can go. Son of a bitch. Saren. Damn it, Saren. I love it. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely chuffed. I like clues. I'm thinking we should continue to explore because I have a seal and no way to activate it. And I have 2 ways of activating seals that I don't have yet either. So, the plan is to Eon Chart and investigate. That's the plan. So let's go around the outside, and we're going to see what we land on here. Jack backs out of the room with the strange beast at its core and finds himself in, the Forsaken Temple. Well, that's terrible. Down another long hallway, it opens up into, again, vaulted ceilings. Magnificent glowing crystals adorn the walls, revealing a shrine This is a place of worship, not like that horrific hallway. This is a place where the elder things perhaps came to pray, to place some of their spiritual energy into their various artifacts. I love you guys in the chat. Awesome stuff. I will read this, but we are still in the middle of a free trigger investigate action. If you control the Danforth seal, test Will 3. If you succeed, investigators at the Forsaken Temple spend a clue as a group to activate the Danforth seal, then look at the revealed side of each unrevealed location on the same spoke as Forsaken Temple. So we'll be able to look at these locations, which is pretty fucking sweet. But how am I going to pass a Willpower 3 test? Anyway, we're investigating. That's the key. This is still a free trigger action, so I may end up drawing some cards. Let's go 6 to 3 on this. Cultist, -1 if there's a seal at your location, or if your location is a mist pylon. There is a seal at my location, of course. I have one. It's on me. Ugh. Treat it as a frost token instead. Okay, so we have to draw another token. -2. That's still a pass. So we'll exhaust Milan for a resource and get this clue. Jack mops his brow as he stares in some delight and confusion at the scene in front of him. It is clearly an altar, clearly a place of worship. But if it's related to the seal he picked up from the other altar, why on earth is it all the way over here? What does a crosshair draw? Crosshair? Is that just... is it drawing a lot, or is it drawing good stuff? Alright, you know what we need is more icons. I think I have 2 willpower icons? Yeah. So I can get to 4. Oh, obviously you draw the token you need, right, of course. Let's draw a card, though. Okay. I'm really jazzed that I drew this. It has 2 wild icons, which is good, but it's also incredible. So I'm just going to read it so everybody knows what it is. This is the Atlas of the Unknowable, Prophasiae Profana. Naturally, like I said, Jack's all about the maps. He's got to map out his, ancient temples and escape routes therefrom. This is a relic and a tome and an item. It takes up a hand slot. It says, while you are not at the locus, you get +1 intellect, +1 agility, and ignore the first attack of opportunity you take each turn. Reaction, after it enters play, choose a revealed location. It is the locus until you leave play. Action, move any investigator to the locus. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. This is the idea. Now, oh, right, so fun fact that those people like Flower and Crosshair who know the game a bit better will, I think, appreciate. Excuse me, it says mutated, which is a keyword. This card was changed on the, oh my god, what's it called? It's not a ban list, it's a, can't remember now. That's too bad. They release a taboo list, there we go. Every so often, the FFG creators, because it's not a I've talked about this before, because it's not a competitive game, there's no need to actually change cards, really, right? You can just kind of like, there's no need to ban things. Why would you ban something? It's just for fun. Play what you want. Play for fun. It doesn't matter. However, the taboo list offers a list of bans, changes, power-ups, etc., buffs, whatever, to shake up the meta. If you choose to play with the taboo list, you can. Then certain good cards are nerfed, certain bad cards are buffed, etc. I tend to play with it for the most part. I think there's some things that I'm like, nah, man, not doing that. This is, yeah, well, I'm getting to that, Flower. Yes, it is. The Prophasiae Profana. Yo, in this book, you'll find everything you need to know. The roadmap to being a bro. Yes, so a good example of a mutated card that's now good, Scroll of Secrets, is a card that says look at the bottom card of any deck. You can discard it, put it on top, put it on the bottom, put it in your hand, whatever. Fana D's nuts. Oh, bro, Fana. Yeah, I love it. Tabooies. Oh, taboobies. My mistake reading. I misread that. It's fucking hilarious. Take your time. No one's trying to rush her. Sarah, are you just sitting over there coming up with country puns? God damn it, Thelia. Okay. Yes, Flower, to answer your question. It doesn't matter. Scroll of Secrets doesn't matter. This is mutated. It used to say, and I'll read it, while you are not at the locus, you get +1 intellect, +1 agility, and ignore attacks of opportunity. Period. That's what it used to say. That's what it says on the card. Now, it's been mutated because that is... c'est noir, for good measure. They... Shine a light on your game. Oh, man! Oh my gosh, you folks are the best. So it used to just say, ignore attacks of opportunity while not at the locus. And that is inarguably, it's too good, it's OP. This is a 4-cost, 5 XP card, so, you know, but still. It's still pretty good. Now, I can't play it yet anyway. I'm gonna draw another card and hope it's a willpower icon. It's not. Nor why? You're the best, Scott. Nor why? No, oh God, please no. No. You guys, it's all good. Here's the question, Crosshair. Do I attempt it with the icons I have? They sweeten the mood. Oh, I hate you all so much. I have one action left. I could use it to try this, activate this seal business. It's test will 3. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to toss the Prothesia Profana. The Brothesia Profana. Profanity's nuts. Swedish fish. I could continue, but there's no way. I love you guys. I would put in... I know I don't have very many willpower icons in the deck. So I feel like if I don't go all in, I'm not going to succeed. And there's so many bad... I can't believe it. I'm tossing the Prothesia Profana for its icons. But I'm going to hopefully cycle the deck and get it back. Here it comes. 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3. Let's activate a seal. Crosshair, you have to tell me when you're being actually psychic. You can't just be like, oh, you'll draw a 0. I'm not psychic. Damn it, Crosshair. Son of a bitch. Well, I succeeded by 2 or more, so I get an action back. Exactly, Flower. I don't need this book. What? Who needs this book? Spend a clue as a group to activate the Danforth seal. Oh. I could have sworn it was active on the other side. Oh, I see what they've done here. Hey. Jack takes another... Oh, God. Music's a little loud, eh? Fix that. Jack removes the Prothesia Profana from his backpack. This strange atlas has not, as of yet... he hasn't as of yet used it on his adventures here because it didn't seem like it was going to be useful, but the Atlas of the Unknowable, perhaps there was something in there. He's using everything at his disposal. He's trying to do all of his research, and indeed manages to stumble across an image that resembles the altar in front of him. They light candles. They place them in a 5-pointed star shape around the altar, and kneeling down, offering up the seal, it begins to glow with a strange power. Suddenly, a vision rushes into Jack's mind. It is as if he is being transported physically across space. I'm going to look at the revealed side of the unrevealed locations on this spoke. No use wailing about it. This is another vaulted corridor. That's actually very nice to know. And this one is an ichor-laden tunnel. Ah, it's got another seal on it. Ooh, and it's a good one. I think it's one that we want. It's the U seal, or the E seal. Okay, that's quite nice. Awesome, 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 awesome possum. Now that I've activated it, let's start heading back that way. Right? Oh. The ichor-laden tunnel? Oh my god. Reading! Reading, sweet Jesus. Reading, no. That's very good. And we'll move into the vaulted corridor. Ooh, you're right, Crosshair. I'm going to save the ley lines for when I have a certain seal and I want to jump back to that place. But you're right, I should put one. I'm going to go through these locations, but you're right, I will put one there so that I can zip back and place the activated seal on it. That's what I'm going to do at some point. Where did I start this turn? I started it here at the Forsaken Temple. Yeah, I drew some cards. No, what? I started with Eon Chart, and then I drew twice, and then I solved the thing, and then I moved. So actually, I started at the Protoplasmic Pool. 2 locations away, draw a card, gain a resource. If you, after you draw Cryptic's Writings during your turn, play it, gain 3 resources. Nothing coy about that. The writings, of course, within the Prophesia Profana are indeed cryptic. But Jack feels buoyed. He feels emboldened by how much he's able to discern using information he's gathered from his books, from his knowledge of the trip, from the minds around him. There may be fewer minds now than there were when they started the expedition, but the people here are brilliant. He just hopes they are not too late. The primordial place. Okay, that was my draw during my turn. Enemy phase upkeep. Draw a card, gain a resource. Bon ben. And we go to 5 out of 5 doom. Agenda 1B, unknowable end. Ah, fuck. We're here in the vaulted corridor, which we hate, by the way. A dark primordial energy seeps forth from the walls, the very same miasma that has haunted your every step throughout this doomed... Name of the stream, Journey. You freeze in your tracks and back away. You've seen this kind of... the kinds of hideous shapes it can take. The kinds of memories it conjures, foul and fair alike. But not everyone sees the mirage for what it truly is. Oh no. Roll credits. Read scenario interlude, the final straw. Well, shit. You instinctively act to defend yourself from the creature you know dwells on the other side of the illusions. But your companions do not seem to understand. Their mouths hang open in awe. Their eyes glaze over, reflecting only the truth the miasma wants them to see. It's very, like Mysterio, maybe, from Marvel? The miasma is some sort of creature, but it's also like it's like the subconsciousnesses of everyone it meets. You know? Find each surviving expedition member, including those currently under investigators' control, who do not have a check mark drawn next to their name in the expedition team, and choose one at random. So, whoa, what the hell? Oh. People who do not have a check mark are the people who are not resolute. Dyer was resolute. Avery was resolute. Elia was resolute. But Cookie, Ellsworth, and Mala are not. Ooh, pow! Oh! Crosshair is once again correct, my friends. I'm going to put Cookie over here because I'm going to assume he's about to die. Should have probed Uranus for mats so you could buy those upgrades before the mission. I should have probed Uranus for mats. Flower, are you okay? What is happening? Damn it, Cookie! Let's go find if the victim is Elia. Oh my. Oh, materials. Oh, yeah, that would do it. Yeah. Hey, I've played Mass Effect. I played the whole thing on stream. And then Punchy fucked it up. Fucked up the whole galaxy. It was my fault. If the victim... Oh, no. So the victim is Elia. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. If the victim is Cookie. Lieutenant, you're alive. Cookie gasps, nearly collapsing to his knees. And the rest of the squad, too. I thought, huh? The roar of a plane engine overhead punctuates his startled words. Right, of course. I knew if we just held out long enough. A tendril of miasma in the shape of a hand reaches out for him. If Takata Hiroko is still alive. Womp, womp. He reaches out and takes its hand. The entity pulls him into the mirage, into a world of counterfeit joy, and he is neither seen nor heard from ever again. In the expedition team section, cross off Cookie Fredericks. If he was in play, he is defeated. So that's interesting. I think what they're saying in there, I didn't read too much into it, but it feels to me like if their kind of best friend on the expedition is still alive, they can be saved. Yeah, good sign, eh, Crosshair? Cookie! Jack tries to catch him before he's pulled in, but for the selfish man at heart, he doesn't want to be pulled in either and averts his eyes. Agenda 2A. The miasma beckons. Eldritch whispers and the dribbling of inky miasma permeates the once silent ruins. Something is reaching out to you from within its walls, calling to you. It's got the same forced effect. Two active seals are controlled by investigators at the same location. Things go boom. I gotta agree with Saren. Counterfeit joy better than unending existential torment. I have to agree. Let's draw an encounter card, shall we? Jack is on the verge of bolting out of this place, leaving Cookie behind forever. Roots of the earth. The things once rearing and dwelling in this frightful masonry in the age of dinosaurs were not indeed dinosaurs, but far worse. Test agility 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each location away from the gate of Iqua you are. If you fail, take 2 damage. You can never be more than 3 locations away. I'm currently 2 locations away, so it's an agility 4 test. I don't really care if I hit, if I take 2 damage. So I'm just going to take this test 5 to 4. Whoop. Uh-oh. If you fail, draw the top card of the Tekalili deck. Fuck! I have to take 2 damage. I'm going to put it on my face here. The miasma that draws Cookie into one of the walls seals up over him and he vanishes. The last thing we hear is him roaring with joy at seeing his companions again. And then the miasma slithers along the ground, reaching out. Jack trips, falls, but manages to stumble off, scraping his elbow and feeling a vague twist in his ankle as he scrambles away. I have to draw the top card of the Tekalili deck. Take a horror. Place it on the bottom of the Tekalili deck. Well, that's the. I'll put that on Milan. Sorry, buddy. Gotta put it in my face here. Hey. You're absolutely right, Thelia. I too have watched The Matrix, and I always liked that. It's not a detail, but like it's a nice plot point, I think. We tried making it perfect, but humans hate perfection. They got bored. They hated it. Oh, I don't know, Flower. I feel like if you take people away and never give them... Well, look, maybe they're happy. It's a good point. We're going to Ariadne's Twine to put a secret on Eon Chart. We're just going to keep doing this forever, and I'm thrilled about it. Do we need clues? We need something, ancient facility here. This gets us another seal. Yeah, let's Eon Chart. Let's do this now. Avery's still lingering in the outskirts of my orb. Avery, no! It's true, Thelia. It's kind of the thing about, they talk about these, like, utopic visions or whatever, right? And it's just like, if everybody was happy all the time, it'd just be boring. What is life? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Jack stumbles over the tendrils of miasma reaching out towards him and rushes off down the corridor. Thank you, Thelia. Back towards the gate. This seal thrums with power. The entity on the other side of existence seems to want to take it back, seems to want to harvest its power. Oh. Welcome to the pain chamber. So I'm going to free trigger investigate and then move. I have 6 intellect, 6 to 3. -1, success, take a resource, grab a clue, let's go. And then we move. Jack rushes out of the room back, down towards what he hopes is in the direction of the gate, and ends up in a vast network of tunnels. Snow and ice adorn the walls, along with a dripping, well, ichor, or in other words, slime. Exactly. It's fun when things go boom too, Crosshair. Place the dormant E symbol on it. Should this be the... No, C is for cookie. Good enough for me. We have the Danforth. Who's E? E Kensler? Amy? Amy Kensler? Amy? Scott, are you okay? I think this is the one. Yes. Ah, I thought so, Thelia. You play vampires a lot, right? Look, you can be a vampire. You can be a creature of eternal darkness and still want to burn things. Am I right? The maps point through these tunnels back towards the gate. They must be going the right way. And yet, calling to him from one of the tunnels, the dogs whine and paw at the ground. They sense power coming from down one of these corridors. Test agility 2 to traverse the ichor. If you succeed, spend a clue, take control of the seal, which doesn't blow up because they have to be activated. Yes, they both have to be activated. So let's just do it. I have 5 agility. Let's do it. 5 to 2. That's a frost token. Don't like that. That's a cultist. If there is a seal at your location, treat it as a frost token, which means auto fail because I've now drawn 2. Jack steps into one of the tunnels and immediately it crumbles underneath him. He leaps back, unharmed, but wary. Perhaps there's a way to traverse by using the ice picks that they have. Oh! Ugh. The watery discharge from a wound or fluid in God's blood. Oh. God. Oh, kind of like plasma, I guess, then. That's nasty, Crosshair. I mean, I love it. Thank you. I mean, look at this art, though. That looks like slime to me. Although I guess if it is fluid in God's blood, perhaps in the God's blood. Let's try again, right? 5 to 2? That's a frost token. Flower. Flower. Why is it so cold down here? -1? -3, there's an ancient 1 enemy. There isn't, so we succeed. I will spend a clue and take control of the as-yet unactivated Dr. Amy Kensler seal. Then... I'm just going to move back. Yeah, well, oh no, I'm definitely going to go activate it for a lark, Crosshair, don't worry. It takes an action to place an activated seal, and I'm out of actions, so I will wait. Jack snags another seal from in amongst the tunnels, placing it carefully in his backpack. And rushing ever onward, he finally reemerges at their base camp in front of a massive gate. He looks down at the seal in his hand, the aptly named Danforth seal, glowing and pulsing with power. Looks up at the wall and sees a place where it will fit very nicely. At the end of my turn, I'm 2 or more locations away, so I'll draw a card and gain a resource, and then upkeep I'll do the same again. Bebe. I think so, Flower. I think it's like movie logic, right? They just know. I think that's what's going on here. We go to 1 out of 6 doom. And staring down the gate, hands shaking, preparing to insert the seal. Nightmarish vapors. Either lose 2 actions or shuffle the top 2 cards of the Tekalili deck into your deck without looking at them. Actions are good, though. Actions are good. There's 2 kinds of people in the world, Crosshair. There's people who go, I understand. And there are people who go, but what if I did? Tekalilium up. I tend to agree. I think I'm going to do it. Vapors. Not vapors. Not, oh, I see. Yes, I see what you're saying. So reading, yeah, they're... I've meant both. Hey, bro, can I buy my smoke? No, JK. A vape. I don't know. That was a terrible joke, and it didn't go anywhere. The mist, a quick spray of mist spurts out of the gate of Iqua, and Jack immediately gets a face full. I wouldn't worry about it, Flower. Don't worry about it. And yet, Crosshair. Action. Activate the seal. Jack goes and places the activated seal into the gate of Iqua. If an activated seal is placed on the gate of Iqua, advance. Scope my sick clouds, bruh. The first of 5. As soon as you set the seal into place, it locks into the door with an audible click. Hey, look, they ain't smoke. Who cares if this whole room smells like candy floss and marshmallows and gooseberries all at once, with people like eating and trying to enjoy their food? I talk a lot for a fake quote. Dude. The energy stored within the seal reaches out, coursing through channels and grooves along the doorway and lighting the entire chamber with an eerie glow. Perhaps if you can activate and place the remaining 4 seals, you can put a stop to this madness. Check which seal was just placed. Do not remove it. If it was the Danforth seal, heal a horror. Don't mind if I do. Damage is starting to become an issue. Act 2A. I'm stuffing them into a brighter future. Placing the first of the 5 seals has awoken a strange power within the facility. You believe that if you can find and activate the remaining seals, they will aid in containing the thing that dwells on the other side of this gate. Place as many activated seals as you can on the gate of Iqua before whatever is inside escapes. If all 5 seals have been placed, advance. Okay. And we can resign. Yes, and we can resign if I can't make it. But I have a seal. And I have the ability to go and activate it like stat. So, free trigger. Crosshair, you're absolutely correct. I'm going to put one right here on the gate. And I'm going to toss one on the protoplasmic pool. This is the one that allows me to activate the, the one that I'm standing on. So let's go do that. Feels good. No. Isn't that wild, Flower? Isn't that absolutely wild? Not even. It doesn't even do that. Now, you may remove a ley line to have an investigator take an investigate action. I should mention as well, of course, this is an upgraded version of the original, and there were 4 upgrade options. I took this one and I'm thrilled. Oh, Crosshair. No, you've been correct before. I can't remember when, hey. So action, place the seal. It clicks into place. Jack feels just that little bit better. And then he removes his archive. Actually, I'm going to save the game while I'm remembering here. There we go. He removes his tome and starts to map out the fastest way back to the protoplasmic pool, the place where his current seal, the seal of Dr. Amy Kensler, can be activated. Action. Move to that location. Whee! And then, action. Whoop. Test Agility 3. If you succeed, spend a clue as a group, and then deal 2 damage to each enemy in play. There's no enemies, but that's okay. I have 5 agility. I'm thinking I'm going to commit an icon to go 6 to 3. Ooh. +1. If you started this round 1 or more locations away from your current location, draw a card! Baby, it's the radio! Wait, the radio. You may trigger abilities on assets from the expedition team that are not in play. Oh, fuck yeah. Who's not in play right now? Avery, Rolled, Mala, healed 2 damage, and William. That's pretty strong, man. Heal 2 damage? Maybe I'm going to play that. We have to spend a clue. Now, what happened in here? Taking the tunnels and network of hallways back, this pool, this place that seemed to just not inhabit, but like this place that seems to personify evil. This pool of something alive. It's calling out to Jack. It's telling him, oh, do you? That's a good question, Flower. I'm sure you do. You may trigger abilities on assets that are not crossed off. Yeah, instead of paying their non-free trigger, their non-action costs. Instead of paying its non-action costs, exhaust it and spend a supply. Yes, you don't spend a secret from a card not in play, but you're right, it doesn't cost you an action. It would be free trigger if you used, say, Dire. Pretty good. And Rolled can be used fast. Ellsworth can be used fast. Pretty strong. I like this radio. Man, I'm so glad I lugged all that shit up the mountain. Cookie can be... And Cookie was never seen again. Who wants a cookie anyway? Jack slowly lowers himself on a rope to the bottom of this well where something dwells. Something massive, breathing. He takes the seal and dips it slowly down. And suddenly the energy from whatever being is at the bottom of the well infuses upwards. A strange, low, grumbling roar is heard, and his seal springs to life. He motions upwards for someone to pull him the hell out of there ASAP, and Elia cranks the winch and pulls him out of the pool, back to where they need to go. I could Eon chart. Yeah, I'm gonna Ariadne's Twine. Hope the miasma likes him. I think I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna free trigger Eon chart to investigate and move, because I want to see if I can get this clue here. I'm 6 to 4. Ooh, cool. Then I may as well move. And I reveal the Library of Gosh. Ugh. You can still hear the cookie snickerdoodle from the miasma. Again, Saren, pretty good. A snickerdoodle is, of course, a type of dessert treat, or I guess a cookie in this case. The beast at the bottom of whatever pool that is roars its disapproval, and Jack kind of motions for Elia to, like, go faster, buddy! And as he's pulled out, they race out of the room towards the gate. Once they find a safe place to stop, he'll be able to use the ley lines to find their way back, but we need to kill a fifth, so we have names for everyone. Yeah, I see it as a crosshair. In my mind, it's like a fog. It's like a thick kind of pea soupy fog, but it's got a color and sort of a shape to it because it can manifest hallucinations. That's my understanding, but we'll see, right? The Library of Kosh is a 5 shroud 1 clue location. It says if you control the S seal, S for Takada Hirosko. I'm just kidding. We'll figure it out. Test intellect 3. Spend a clue to activate it. And then look at this revealed side of each unrevealed location in the same ring. Still pretty good. But we don't have that thing anyway. That's the end of my turn. I started 2 or more locations away, so I'll draw a card and gain a resource. Whoop! Tekalili. Discard a card at random from your hand. Oh man, I should have played small radio. I really should have played small radio. Oh! As they begin to explore the library, Jack, reaches into his backpack for the archive, and Elia kind of stops him like, "We are not in any danger. Why do we not explore a bit further? Perhaps we can find something." Suddenly from the wall, leaking out this miasma, strange, awful, sickly. Jack, startled, again steps back and drops the small radio, and it shatters on the ground. Balls. Still got 2 Tekalilis in the deck. Oh, exactly, Flower. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh god, another one. Discard an asset you control. Place it on the bottom of the Tekalili deck. Ooh, Elia? No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, these are all very good. Okay, I can't get rid of the archive. I can't... Shartled? Did I say shartled? Oh, he was so startled. He sharted a little bit. Ariadne's Twine Eon Chart's really good. Archive's really good. I can't get rid of Elia. Woof. Sorry, Milan, baby. You're gone. Oh, man, does that mean that Milan Christopher gets dragged into the wall? I think he almost gets dragged into the wall, and then Jack grabs him, hurries him away, and the look of shock on the man's face is something pitiable to behold. Whoops! He is a bit of a Butterfingers, that's for sure. Butterfingers. It's 2 out of 6. Doom. Jack is here in the library, looking to get back to place another seal on the gate. And we draw an encounter card. Ah! Classic. The sheer appalling antiquity and lethal desolation of the place were enough to overwhelm almost any sensitive, sane person. Test Test will 2. It gets +1 difficulty for each location away from the gate of it while you are. If you fail, take 2 horror. It's a willpower 4 test. I don't have any clues. I can't cancel it. I can't do anything. I think I'm taking 2 horror. 1 to 4, please. Thank you. 2 horror on me. Elia's going to start taking some of this heat if it comes back. The kind that sort of is like a soapstone flower. Jack screams as the miasma reaches out towards him, shields his face, and Dr. Milan saves his life this time. The 2 drag themselves out of the library. Elia's dogs barking madly as they set about using the archive to get them the hell out of here. Maybe I should get a clue. No, I should just move. So move to a location with a ley line. Boop. Action. Place the ley line on the gate. Ha ha ha. The Amy Kensler seal has been placed as well. Now, Ariadne's Twine. And we're going to Eon Chart. Okay. Free trigger, move and investigate. I think it's going to be key to... We have locations that allow us to activate 2 of the seals, but I don't know where they are, so we have to go find them. Jack's seen enough of this facility now to know that, of course, the seals must be out there somewhere, and must be in a position where they can be found. The other things must have removed them from this gate to avoid draining too much power, hidden them around, thinking that they were going to return, and never did. I just have to remember the ah for last. The ah. All right, free trigger. We're going to move and investigate this location. It's another vaulted corridor. That's fine. That's great, actually. That's not great. It's just a thing. We're investigating at 5 to 3. It's got a free trigger. The vaulted corridors all lead to each other, so there's like this one, and this one. They're all in the same spoke, which is interesting. Oh my god, Stargate. I don't know nothing about Stargate, team. I'm really sorry. I want to be in on these jokes, but I'm just not. We're investigating at 5 to 3. That is devastating. Devastating. -3, draw the top card of the Tekalili deck. Place one of your clues on your location. Well, I don't have any clues, so... Ah, interesting. I didn't know that, Crosshair. Thankfully, the miasma cannot reach us here in this corridor. Jack shakily takes a breath. It's fine. They just need to figure out their way out of this place, and they'll be okay. Let's try to get the clue again, right? 5 to 3? Frost? -4. No, absolutely not. My nose is dripping with excitement. I started way the hell up at the I started at the Library of Kosh. So I'm going to draw a card and gain a resource. Bullwhip. Then we upkeep. Into the miasmic crystal, baby. Ooh. I think we're going to be using this. I think I'm going to try to put this down. Yeah, this is the crystal around the belt, right? Jack feels for the miasmic crystal that he's been carrying around all this time and realizes he needs to take a more active role in trying to use it. We go to 3 out of 6 doom. Where are those seals? Let me draw an encounter card. Roots of the Earth. Agility 3. Take 2 damage if you fail. Well, I have 5 agility. I mean, this fucked me up last time, but Elia might start getting pummeled here. 5 to 3, please. Frost. Fuck you. Frost? Fail? Oh, I don't like that at all. If you fail, take 2 damage. Elia? Straight on you, buddy. A cry from behind. As Jack turns around in horror, he sees the dog handler being pulled out the side of the cavern. He's clawing at the ground, but is unable to find purchase. Jack grabs his whip from the side of his body and, lashing out, gives Elia a purchase to be able to pull back. The man has been devastated physically. He's been slashed by something. His legs are torn up, but he can still walk for now. Ariadne's Twine. Put a resource back on Eon chart. We're just looking for shit, guys. We're just looking for shit. We need... Yeah, let's remember, right? Yes, we have 2 places to test for certain seals. Well, no, sorry. First thing, before I forget, I'm going to put down the miasmic crystal. That's what I'm going to do first. Okay, that'll save me 3 charges. That'll save me a little bit against Tekalilis as they come up. There's 1 left in the deck. Then, I think we're going to Eon chart. We need more clues, but I think we're going to just do this. We're going to, again... Yeah, that sounds about right, Flower, actually. We're going to take off down this vaulted corridor. We can't stay here. They almost got Elia. And straight into a crypt. The cold here is intense. It is clear that this is a place of death. Place the dormant S seal on it. It's not really an S, but you know, it'll have to do. Who are we missing? Hiroko and Cookie. Fredericks. Sinha? We'll call this the Sinha. The Sinha! No. We should name them after the people who are dead first, because we might not get to 5. So we've got the Kensler and the Danforth. I think it should be the Fredericks. No, hang on. Is there a C for cookie? There was a C for cookie, so yes, this is going to be the Hiroko. Just deal with it, everyone, okay? This is the Hiroko. Sitting beyond a small gate. Another seal, something that would fit back into the gate. Action test intellect 2 to decipher the alien script. If you succeed, investigators at Sculptured Crypt may spend a clue for you to take control of the seal. Now, unfortunately, I waste my Eon chart charge because there's nothing to investigate here. There's no clues. I guess I still technically investigate. Yeah, I have to actually. Oh no, I can't choose to evade. And I can't choose to move again. Balls. So I have to investigate even though there's no clues here. 5 to 4. Whoop, Elder Sign. That's fine. I'll draw a card. Offer you cannot refuse. 5 resources goes in the bin. Hiroko, from Japanese, meaning tolerant, generous, and abundant, prosperous, or a child. It is a shame. But I am going to keep refusing this offer forever if I must. The crypt here, suddenly from behind one of the walls comes the laugh of a man that Jack has not seen in weeks, months possibly. The man who loaned him the money for this expedition. The man who is perhaps not entirely human. He tries to shake it off. We're going to move and try to find a clue elsewhere. You'd think so, eh, Flower? Ew. Where's a good place to get clues? Subnautical Sprawl's pretty good. Okay, hang on. What did I do? I put down the miasmic crystal, and then I Eon charted into here. I need clues. Ooh, I have an idea. Subnautical Sprawl will actually get me... Yeah. Thank you, Crosshair. So I can go to the gate and then walk to the Subnautical Sprawl. I'll then be on a place that has shitty frost tokens, but then I'll be in a position to pick up 2 clues. So that's what we're going to do. Because then 2 clues I think will really help. He remembers seeing something back in that massive underwater tunnel. Something carved. Directions he thought, but perhaps not. Perhaps it is a memorial to the dead, something that can help them in the crypt. I started my turn 1 location away, so I will draw a card. Embezzled treasure, lol. And then I'll upkeep into hiking boots. Lovely. I think that'll be helpful. We go to 4 out of 6 doom. We're on track to getting another seal and then hopefully activating it, which is feeling pretty good. Back down in the tunnels under the water, Jack searches feverishly for what must be a memorial of the dead here. What, this old thing? It's not worth 2 cents, just a knockoff quartz. Locked door? Ah, shit. Locked door attaches to the location with the most clues. Locked door? I'm under the ocean. Upon returning, Jack finds that small shrine locked tight. Who's been here? Since they were last here, this small room has been sealed. Perhaps there is a way inside, he thinks to himself. Pliskins. Thank you so much. Hast weest winneth? Perchance. Pliskins, we're doing good. Thankfully, the thing about story games is that... Sorry, there's cats scratching on the door. Thing about story games, of course, is that win or lose, we're telling a good story. That's what I tell myself at night, anyway. Let's save the game before I forget. Failward. Fail forward. Okay. Well, we need to crack this locked door, and we need these clues. So, we are going to lace up some boots, which gives me +1 agility. There's a whole thing that it does as well. Woot! Treasure is going to be quite nice, but we're going to use that later. This takes me to 6 agility. Locked door requires combat 4 or agility 4 to discard the locked door. Well, that's correct. I mean, well, I don't know, Flower. I'd say a day that the Earth doesn't end is a good day. That's called optimism. Jack's hands begin to tremble with the cold as he tries to open up that sealed passage back into where he saw the memorial. Let's test locked door. 6 to 4. 6 to 4. It's good. Done. Locked door is gone. The door latch opens with a strange clicking noise as it slides back to reveal, indeed, a small shrine, a memorial to those who have gone before, those who were lost to the waters beyond this subnautical sprawl. Now, the last thing I need to do is investigate. Point. And then, you know what? Fuck it. We'll use the twine and the chart. I will investigate at 5 to 2, and I'll commit deduction. 6 to 2. 2 clues, and we get a move, and I'll move down to the tunnel. Ever so slightly closer to getting another seal here. Yeah, basically, Crosshair. Can confirm. Well, oh no, it's a good point, Flower. You did. It's true. It does say all life on Earth. It doesn't say the Earth's going to be like it's not going to explode the whole Earth. Just all life on Earth, you know. With the knowledge of how to pronounce and decipher the script for epitaphs for the dead here, Jack rushes back to the corridor down to the crypt. I started this turn at the subnautical sprawl, so I will gain a resource, and then I'll upkeep into both a resource and a card. Perception, too. It's going to be very nice later. And we go to 5 out of 6 Doom. Can I get one more seal placed before this agenda advances? Let's find out. Electrostatic discharge. Each investigator at the same location as a seal takes a horror and a damage if it's activated. I'm not at the same location yet, so the buzzing sound erupts from down the hall, but Jack, thankfully, survives. However, primeval terror. The massive vaulted ceilings lead deeper and deeper into the crypt, and that old fear of Jack's comes back. What if he dies down here? What if there is nothing beyond that gate except only the miasma, only the faces of those who have died? What if he sees his father there? It's a Will 3 test. I could forewarn this, which cancels it, but I can also put 2 horror on Alaya. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna go 1 to 3. 2 horror. Sorry, Alaya. Look, if you're not using your compatriots as meat shields, like, what are you doing, really? Jack steadies himself and breathes a sigh of relief. Turning around, he can see a single tear roll down Alaya's face as he reaches out with a gloved hand and grasps his shoulder. It's gonna be all right, Jack says. Let me go back to the investigation phase. I will Ariadne's Twine for Eon Chart. Yeah, that is true, Flower. It's getting a little spooky here. I'm thinking, how many more clues am I going to need? I need 2 clues per seal. Don't really, intellect 2's not so bad. I think I'll try for a clue and then a move here, free trigger. So we're 5 to 3. Is that good enough? No. We put in perception to go 8 to 3. Yeah, 8 to 3. Oh, big success. Draw 2 cards. No weaknesses. Let me get a clue, and then we move. Awesome. Secure in the knowledge that what he has found will indeed help him seal away whatever's behind there, be it his father or just a version of him. He does not know. But Jack doesn't need to know. He's no hero. But If sealing away this power means saving the world and making a couple of bucks in the process because he gets away to sell his artifacts, well, that's not so bad, is it? First real action, we're going to test agility intellect 2 to decipher the alien script. Let's get control, baby. Pocket telescope might be good too, actually. 5 to 2. Ooh. The script is unlike any that he's seen anywhere else. It must be some sort of different version of their language, some sort of formal version for use in funeral rites, you know? Yeah, I bet 4 is going to hold it. I'm sure it'll be fine. 5 to 2, please. There we go. Success. We grab the seal. Oh, we have to spend a clue. And now, where do I activate this seal? I activate it at the library, right? It's the... This is the Hiroko seal, yeah. Test intellect 3. Right. Well, that's only going to reveal one place. That's okay. And I'm going to, last action, teleport over to the protoplasmic pool with the archive of conduits. Taking the tunnels back beneath the gate, finding his way back to the library. That is where this seal calls for him. The alien script says something about the secrets of death will always be unknown, but the only place for knowledge is the repository of the great books. You know, like he assumes. That must be that strange library that they ventured into. I started my turn at least 2 or more locations away, so I will draw a card and gain a resource. Upkeep. Nice. How many cards? Perfect. So I have another seal, but I don't have it activated yet, but that's okay. We advance. Uncontrollable power. Uh-oh. The seals pulse with dangerous electrostatic energy, filling the icy chambers with bright blue light. You struggle to contain the power within each seal as you move quickly to put them in their proper place. Check the seals controlled by each investigator. Okay. The Hiroko seal discards 2 random cards from their hand. 4 if the seal is activated, but it's not. So, I'm discarding 2 cards at random from my hand. Well, thankfully I've got a lot of cards, so, you know. Death. What a wonderful adventure that... Ah! Exactly. Backstab and watch this. Roguish things. Perhaps, you know, who he used to be. Jack hasn't been that kind of man for a long time. Keep lying to yourself, Jack. Whatever you say, man. The seals are indeed full of strange eldritch power. Agenda 3A, Call of Madness. The gateway stirs. Whatever is calling you from within these walls, it hears your every word, your every footstep. It knows of your presence, of your hopes, of your fears, and it yearns to be free. We draw an encounter card here at the protoplasmic pool. Walk, 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 walk. There you go, Thelia. Apparently it's W-U-K, wuck, wuck, wuck. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a giant albino penguin. Mother... Oh, God, I thought the protoplasmic pool was some unknowable entity from beyond this universe. It's a fucking penguin? Ah. Standing at the entrance to the room once again, a massive penguin. Blinking feverishly. Sorry, unblinking, of course. The penguins are awesome, Thelia, don't get me wrong. This one is less so, because it's massive, it's pure white, it has unseeing eyes, and it blocks your exit from the room that you're in, which kind of sucks. That's okay, I don't mind. It's just going to waste a bit of time. What can I do here? Good Eon chart? Oh, we got a penguinist up in here! Exactly, Crosshair. We don't know how it works, but it does. Classic closet penguinist language. Wow. Well, shit. You know what, reading? You do make a good point. I should be clear. I hate all penguins equally. It's their teeth. 2 actions to move, 1 action to activate the seal. Sounds good for me. A penguin. Good lord. All right, 2 actions to move away from the massive penguin, and 1 action to try to activate the seal. Test intellect 3. Go for it, reading. Not sure how I feel about that. Spend a clue to activate the seal, then look at the revealed side of each unrevealed location on the same ring as Library of Gauche, which is 1 location. That's fine. Mimidi mumidi mitutut. Oh. I don't remember how Pengu sounds. Something like that, though, right? Intellect 3, was it? He yelled, not knowing what the hell he was talking about. Let's toss this telescope in. 6 to 3. Frost. Balls. So that's -1, and then minus an additional 3. The frost. No. The frost takes us out of the range of success, Flower. So, once again, the winds of winter force us to draw your other favorite thing, Take a horror. And place it on the bottom. Oh, I hate it. Thanks so much, I hate it. Man, that radio would come in real handy right about now. Right about now. The funk soul brother. Fuck. Okay. I started my turn at Protoplasmic Pool, so I will take a resource, and then I'll upkeep into Janae fucking Beauregard. I forgot you were around, Janae. Janae, I didn't know you came with us on this trip. Oh my god, this is gonna be good. Actually, that is potentially excellent. And she's got 2 health and 2 sanity. Whoa. You're gonna kill your love? No, I didn't say kill. Nobody said kill. Take horror. Get out of here. Oh, God. She showed up with the penguin. She's like, what? I'm studying them. Jack is madly in love with Janae. They're both he's been a member of the Explorers Club for many years, and she has not been able to join as of yet. How could you forget about Janae? I don't know. She seems nice, though. We go to 1 out of 6 doom. We're hoping to at least activate this seal, maybe find another one, maybe get to it before time runs out. I don't know. I just don't know. Motherfucker penguins! Oh my god. It's a penguin! That actually is kind of bad, because now it's essentially blocking us from leaving. Not quite. But something. Why are they here? Why are they in the library? Why are there penguins in the library? They're coming to eat me. We're going to put down Janae Beauregard. Yes, they do know, actually. That's a good point. Hot on the tail of one of the creatures staring down from on high, Janae rushes to Jack and offers up her services to see if she can help activate the seal. They're intellectual penguins, of course. I like to have a bit of reading with my fish. Crosshair, good question. It says, as an additional cost for you to enter or leave this enemy's location, you must spend an action. So, yes, I can, but I will run out of actions. Because I also want to activate the seal. Although, if I free trigger out, I can spend the action that way, which I do have the access to. Anyway, let's do it. Let's investigate. Let's activate the seal. 6 to 3, please. 6 to 3. Come on, Jackie. Jackie and Janae, the best team this side of Havana. 0. Yes, sir. All of a sudden, the power from this quote-unquote library, massive lights flicker, and then power up as the seal does as well. Oh, I have to spend a clue. And then I get to look at the things on the ring of the library. So I get to look at this ancient facility, which has a C seal. It has the cookie seal on it. Unfortunately, they are combat tests, which I don't like. No, I added a new one, Flower. I drew a new one. Isn't that wild? There's penguins everywhere up here. But yes, let us get the hell out. We're going to spend... we're going to Eon chart. Ugh, running out of money. Maybe I'm not going to Ariadne's Twine this turn. I'm going to use the last charge from the thing. Exactly, Aravana. It's good enough for everybody. And we're going to move down. Do I want to move down? I don't know if I do, actually. Well, this one might have a different seal on it. Yeah, let's do it. Hall of the Sunless Sea. If you control the Trident seal, investigators at the Hall of the Sunless Sea spends a clue and discards 2 cards from their hands. No problem. And we'll take the investigate action here with the Eon chart as well. Oh, and Janae does something. Janae says, after you move to a location, move a clue or a non-elite enemy from a connecting location to your location, or vice versa. Well, she'll take the clue right out of the Library of Gosh, and we'll investigate here. 6-3. Fuck. Jack finds himself running madly from the penguins that stare at him with blinded eyes. He finds himself in a massive hall, a pool so deep it seems to go down forever. Water runs in from some unknown source upstairs, and he gazes at it in wonder. This is truly the find of a century for those people who study this kind of thing. If he had any recording equipment, he could take a photo or something, but he's going to have to report this back later. Professor Dyer will have to see this, he thinks to himself. That's the end of my turn. I started 1 location away, so I will gain a resource, and I'll upkeep into Takata's Cash. Takata's Kashish, more like. What does that sound? It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. We go to 2 out of 6 Doom. We gotta get back. We gotta go. Oh, I could throw a... I still have 2 archives charges left, which might be very useful. Did I get the clue? No, I fucked it up. Miasmatic Torment. Suddenly from within the great pool, the sunless sea, of course, the mist forms into something horrific and lashes out towards Elia. If you control a partner, exhaust them, attach Miasmatic Torment to them. It cannot ready. At the end of your turn, it takes a damage or a horror. Test will or intellect 3, and if you succeed, discard it. Yeah, we're getting rid of that immediately. I'm also gonna pull a secret off of Elia as a resource. Isn't that rude? I'm stealing his shit. I did this with Dyer, too. Elia begins to scream and writhe on the ground as memories, or perhaps hallucinations, of his past, the memory of a beast, of a hunt gone wrong, returns to him, and he starts screaming in a language that Jack does not speak. Let's see if he and Janae can maybe talk him down from the ledge. It's an intellect 3 test. I have 6 intellect. I'm going to do this after. Yeah, I'm going to do this after. 6-3. Excellent. With enough soothing and... penguins! Those horrible flappy things! Why are they so big? Janae pours water on Elia as Jack tries to stop him from writhing and hitting his head. He manages to bring him back to the present. Now, what's the game plan? Oh, I have an active seal. I have to totally go and return it. Investigate move. Oh, balls. I shouldn't have Ariadne's twined. Let's take that back, shall we? Because what I want to do is Ariadne's Twine onto Eon Chart, and I'm going to do that. We're going to investigate, and then we're going to move with Eon Chart. Elias stands shakily and wipes massive amounts of sweat from his brow. This is a cursed place. We must leave here immediately, Jack. Please. These seals. I don't know if they are worth it. Jack reminds him that behind whatever that gate is something far worse than whatever he just saw. I'm investigating it. 6 to 3, please. 6 to 3. Pachow. 1 clue. And then I'll move with Eon Chart, which is free. Whoop. And then I'll action place the seal. Jack slams another seal into the gate. The thing thrums with power, electricity almost. Some crude form, sure, but something much more advanced than anything he's seen in his entire life. And then, last action. D, E, E, Z. Is that Dais? Is that the ancient god Dais? Four doom left to go. The resign action says, Flower, it says, if you control one or more seals, you retain control of them. I don't know why. I feel like it's better to place them in the gate. I don't know why, but that's my thought. I just have to assume that that's a good thing to do. I think I can get one more. Because, okay, look, there's the cookie seal, and then there's the trident seal. The cookie seal is a combat test. No fucking way am I going to do that. And then the Hall of the Sunless Sea is discarding cards. That's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. What we're going to do before we go any further, we're going to put down embezzled treasure. And we're going to exhaust it and move up to 2 resources to it. I want to start next scenario with a couple resources because I think that'll be fun. Then Takata's Cash draws us Kensler's Log. I bet that's exactly what it is, Flower. Jack steps back and takes a deep breath, admiring the power of the gate. 2 seals left to go. Perhaps he can find it in time. Or perhaps not. I started this turn at the Hall of the Sunless Sea, so I will gain a resource, and then I will upkeep into Pathfinder Pylons. It's 60%. Exactly, Crosshair. We go to 3 out of 6 Doom. And we draw an encounter card. Come on, baby. Nothing too bad, please. Oh my god, why did I say that? Yeah, seriously, Requiem. This is a Shoggoth. Famously the monsters that are killing Elder Things. It's a 6/4/3 Hunter. Okay, this is all very interesting. It says, it spawns at the location farthest from you on the outer ring, so I'll put it somewhere. Then it says, nearest investigator with a seal only. So it doesn't hunt unless you have a seal, because it only hunts investigators with seals. When the enemy phase ends, if an investigator controls an activated seal, it resolves the enemy phase again. So if you're, here is one of the beasts that is looking for those seals, looking to destroy them, perhaps, looking to consume their power. I'm putting him as far away as possible in the opposite fucking direction. You can go out here at the Undercity altar. Thank you. Yeah. I'm scared. Good times. So I'm going to place 2 resources on embezzled treasure, 1 on Eon Chart. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. That's the... I know there's one there, and there's got to be a trident either on the outside or the inside. Let's think about this for a second. I'm going to want at least one more... I could just move and investigate. Let's do it. I'm going to Eon chart in. Free trigger. Oh my god. No more acts, Crosshair. But I said it, like, reminder, right? The objective is place as many activated seals as you can before whatever is inside escapes. Oh. No agendas either, so 3 out of 6, that's it. Let's free trigger in here. Maybe this will have the seal I want? Balls. Ugh. It's a subnautical sprawl. Again, obviously this would be a sprawl. 2 shroud, 2 clues. I'm investigating here because I have to with Eon charts. I'm a 6-2. And I could exhaustionate to move a clue back to the gate, which only has 1 shroud. Sure, who cares? Let's do it 6-2. Oh, no, wait, that's still a success. Yes. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah. I think so, Thelia. I think there's sacrifices aplenty. Let's put down Pathfinder. I think that's gonna help me. I know we're getting real tight on resources here, but I think this is gonna help. Because I can exhaust it and move. Oh, Maximilian. Might be time for this little man's dinner. Jack's been in these massive sub-oceanic tunnels before, and he barrels down knowing that something is coming for him. This one has the cookie seal. Let's place it now. And he emerges into a beautiful grotto, kind of like the Sunless Sea, but, well, glacial. Ice adorns the top of the cavern, and the light from the crystals reflects and refracts magnificently through them. It would be beautiful if it wasn't quite so terrible. Action test, combat 2 to shatter the ice. If you succeed, spend a clue to take control of the seal. This guy's not going to hunt unless I control a seal. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I'll get that one later if I can, right? Yeah, let's go again. Let's move again. There's only 1 location left, and I think I know what has to be on it. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. Place the dormant trident seal. I'm reading these very fast, so I shouldn't do that. The grotto appears empty to Jack, so he races through it, looking down the last branching path and finding themselves in not a dead end, but a cavern, a twisting network of limestone. Place the dormant trident seal on it. Action, spend a clue and 3 resources to take control of the seal. Did I just spend down too many resources? Man, that sucks. So I don't have the resources to do this. What a dum-dum. All right, that's fine. I didn't know it was going to cost resources. Well, I will wait then. Yeah, exactly. Everything's on cooldown. Hey, Elia? Fine, Elia. Keep your secrets. I'm going to wait then before activating the seal. I'm going to spend my last action taking a resource. I started my turn on the gate, so I'm going to draw a card and gain a resource. Buried Secrets, classic. And then in upkeep, the guy doesn't hunt. I don't have a seal, so I draw a card and gain a resource. Now let's remind ourselves here. Buried Secret says, you cannot move except by scenario card effects. Action, investigate. Instead of discovering clues, discard Buried Secrets. If you fail, you can take 2 horror, but, you know, I don't want to die, so I probably won't do that. 2 shrouds. 2 shroud. Max is doing tricks over on the side there. For those folks who can maybe hear that going in the background. What a cutie. The caverns have within them massive murals, art language on the walls, something that would take forever to decipher, and forever is not something that we have time to do. But Jack just knows that there are secrets within these walls. We go to 4 out of 6 Doom. Maybe I can do this last seal. Let's try it. Oh, fuck. I still think I can do this. Ancient Evils. Classic. So yep. I'm gonna forewarn myself. Play when you draw a non-weakness treachery card. Place a clue on your location. Cancel the revelation effect. Suck it. So nothing happens. I lose 1 clue. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. We gotta get rid of buried secrets. We have to take control of the seal, and then we have to get to the Hall of the Sunless Sea, which is okay. I still have some slick-ass archives plays here. Buried secrets. 6 intellect to 2 shroud. Let's investigate. Jack is going to spend some time... gold. Jack is going to spend some time venturing these halls as Janae tries to call him back to the matter at hand. Jack, the seal. We can take this one back with us. 6 to 2. Still a success. No cold for you today, flower of August. If you succeed, discard. Done. I don't need this clue because I don't think I'm getting a 5th seal today. I have so many like free trigger movements, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Well, so action, action, spend a clue and 3 resources. My only weakness! And now I take the dormant seal. Ooh. I think maybe I can. Crosshair, I think you're right. I think so. Yeah. I think I think you're right. I'm gonna move back to the gate with the teleporty book. Janae Nay is good. I'm going to Ariadne's Twine to put a secret on Eon chart, and then I'm going to spend it immediately. My god, where has all the money gone? Gone to ley lines, everyone. I'm going to investigate here and then move to the Hall of the Sunless Sea, where I can activate it next turn. 6 to 1. Skull, -1. No ancient enemies here. So we get a clue, and then we move. I'm out of actions, so I have no way of activating the Hall of the Sunless Sea, unfortunately. I would have to, and I have ley lines, but I'd have to move, just as a thought for next turn, I'd have to move to the Glacial Grotto, test Combat 2, then move to the Geothermal Vent, test Combat 3, then move back to the gate and place the seal. We're gonna see how it goes here. Exactly, Flower. I think I'm probably doing okay. I'm really hoping the next scenario is not like, well, you didn't get all 5, so. Jack can feel it in his bones. This final seal that they found down in the limestone caverns, the one that Janae found, it has to be connected to this beautiful, horrible place. This place that tried to steal Elia's soul. Where did I start my turn? More than 2 locations away. Let's draw a card and gain a resource. And then, enemy phase. Bump, 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 bump. I'm gonna move this guy this way. And then upkeep. Tekalili. Oh, or is it? Spend a charge. Cancel the effects of Tekalili. Put it on the bottom of the Tekalili deck. Fuck you. Miasmatic crystals got my back. And draw a card. Pow! Well, that's the end of my deck. Interesting. Well, so here's the thing. Now we're going to 5 out of 6 doom. So, reminder that the agenda advances immediately after I place the 6th doom. So, 1 turn rather than 2, right? But as long as we... I'm not going to say it, but there are certain cards that I do not want to draw. Okay, Roots of the Earth. That's okay. Janae and I can handle this. The miasma forms tentacles and reaches out from the... Exactly, Flower. Oh. Playing Bannerlord while listening to this, and the Empress, my mother, still on that game, declared war on 2 kingdoms, and those kingdoms border your cities. You're the only one defending. Oh, Mom. Look, we must have these kingdoms. Requiem, did your mother, the Empress, declare war on them out of spite or for their resources, to weaken their military? Why declare 2 wars at the same time? Ma'am, what are you doing? This is test agility 2 +1 for each location away from the gate you are. I am to 1 location away. It's agility 3, 7 to 3. I can just do this. No problem. Pow. Jack nimbly dodges out of the way. First action, we spend a clue and discard 2 cards from my hand. We are going to discard... We're going to discard Sneak Attack and Cheap Shot. I think so, Flower? She was already at war with one and declared war on the other. My story said she did it out of spite, as we lost both wars with the last time. I love that, Requiem. It's very... And I mean this with the... I'm oversimplifying a lot of historical context, but it feels very... Germany 1939 feels very much like, we will get you this time, you know. It's like very like, oh, how dare you. It's great. This activates the trident, so I have to move, and I'll use Janae to bring the clue with me, and then I have to spend an action to place the seal, so I have 1 action remaining, which is pretty perfect for resigning. I mean, I hope. It would be really cool if I could grab this one, get back here, and still resign, but I'm all out of bubblegum. Wait, what did I do? Hang on. Why did that take an action? I spent an action... Right, I spent an action to pick it up or activate it. I spent 1 to place it, and now I have 1 action left to resign. Monterey Jack, feeling the thundering hoofs, tentacles, the thundering mass of something coming towards him, decides that perhaps this is all they can do for today. Well, that's the thing, Crosshair, right? Yeah, I used Pathfinder to move free. I spent an action to activate the seal. I spent an action to place this active seal on the gate. So I have 1 real action left. I could use the Eon chart to move once, but... And I could... I can't move with Eon chart using ley lines. It's just a little far. I think I lost too much to the Ancient Evils, but... I don't get to advance. I resigned. If no resolution was reached, try as you might, you are unable to find and place all 5 seals. These dark, dormant halls are home to much more than just giant penguins. The creatures that dwell within are the same that Dyer and Danforth described from their journey. Shapeless monstrosities composed of viscous, bubbling jelly and covered in lidless eyes. You flee back to the gateway to rest and lick your wounds, but before you decide what to do next, something slams against the ancient, massive doorway, scaring you nearly to death. It reverberates through the facility. Then another, and another. You try to flee, but it's too late. Resolution 2. Oh god, I looked too far and I saw something that I was like, oh no! With a final hiss of air and a primordial screech, the immense gateway bursts open. Tendrils of prismatic color reach forth, slithering along the floor and walls. The chaos is over in mere seconds. The miasma grips you with impossible strength, clawing and tugging at your limbs. Terrible shapes, familiar sights, and untold nightmares play out along the surface of the entity as it pulls you screaming through the gateway and into the other side. Each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X. Each investigator earns a bonus experience for each activated seal in play. Well, that's 4 XP for me, because I activated 4 seals before I was pulled through to the other side. And then I have to record that Mr. Elia has 2 damage and 2 horror. Ugh. And I will actually move him so that I don't forget. Move him just as he is. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Oops. The seal was used improperly. Everyone dies. The end. Checkpoint 3. The other side. You awaken in a haze on the other side. You have no idea how long it's been since you crossed the threshold of the gateway. Proceed to the other side 2 if you wish to do so immediately, or the other side 3 if you wish to take a break the next time you play. You rest and gather your strength. Soon you will end this, once and for all. In the Heart of Madness section of the campaign log, under seals placed, draw each activated seal that was on the gate when the game ended. And anyone that you had in your control, you would do that, clean up the game as normal. When you're ready to play again, begin at the Heart of Madness Part 2. So, all 4 activated seals are being recorded, whatever that means, which we will find out next time on the finale of the Edge of the Earth campaign on Doomed. Very exciting. Team! We did it! I mean, 80%! That's like a pass where Jack is from. It's a very exciting scenario. We did a lot of running around, we did a lot of avoiding penguins, we did a lot of activating seals, we did a lot of not crossing the streams and not blowing up the world. It's been awesome. As always, check out the Discord for everything we have coming up. Tomorrow on RPG Clinic, it's the Super Bowl, which is not an excuse for anything other than the fact that there may be some viewers who will be tuning into that because it's once a year rather than once a week. And we're missing a Kate, so I imagine John and Liz and I are going to be playing some fun video games. Come on down, chat, RPGs with us if you want. I am not streaming on Tuesday next week. I have a whole week-long gig next week, which is very exciting, but not something that... Where's that echo coming from? Odd. It's a very exciting gig, but it does preclude me streaming next Tuesday, unfortunately. So stay tuned to the Discord. I'll see if I can pick up. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate that. I'll see what I can pick up, through the weekend. But I'm hoping that you can join us for other streams through the week with John, perhaps, with the Nerdy Filmmaker. And that 1 week today, next Saturday, you'll join us for the finale of Drew Crew and the finale of Doomed. Ooh, let's see what horrors lie beyond the gate, huh? Huh? Anyone? Jack wants to just go home. Jack wants to go home. We'll see you next time on Doomed.